Okay, hey you guys. I just wanted to make a short, quick little video update on my healing journey before I go to bed. So what I wanted to talk about, hopefully this will be helpful to someone, is about what I'm learning about feeling discouraged, and how lately, as I've been reflecting and healing, I've been able to go from discouraged to feeling more encouraged and hopeful just with different situations. One of the biggest lessons I've learned lately is, like, for myself, is when I was feeling discouraged about a particular thing, I realized that it was because of, once I sat back and reflected on it and really just did some deep introspection on it, I realized that I was discouraged about the situation or the idea or the goal because I was chasing something that was out of alignment from my truth. Like, it was a desire or something I was going after that wasn't my original core desire, goal, belief, idea. And I had to peel back that onion and try to understand myself more. Like, what's my intention? Like, why am I even going after this specific thing? Or why is this specific thing so important to me? It means so much, so heavy on my conscience, to where if it's not happening right now exactly how I want it, where I'm controlling it to a T, I'm discouraged. Like, what's creating that? And so I realized that actually I was discouraged because of the roadblock I was running up against, was because of the idea. My intention was off. I was misaligned. So it was something that I thought was a truth of mine, or a true desire, an idea, an outcome that I wanted, but it was based on something that didn't even really originate from my core being, my core essence. And so what's been helpful for me is just to, first of all, just be grateful that I was able to shift my perspective and become more encouraged once I realized I was shooting for something that was not even aligned with my core truth and who I was at the core. Once I was able to shift that perspective, that was encouraging, and made me more grateful because it released the mental weight of that thing, whatever that thing might have been. It released me. It freed me from that. And then also, it just taught me that oftentimes that feeling discouraged was because I was thinking, the way I was thinking about the situation was not from the right perspective. My perception was a little distorted or skewed. And in the moment I shifted perspective and then reflected deeper, I was able to find a conclusion or a solution that made me have a light bulb moment. And then also I realized that often feeling the negative feelings that any of us have, sometimes at least I noticed for myself, you feel down or negative or discouraged or doubtful. Those feelings in your body that you eventually develop, it's because it originates from your thoughts. It originates from your thoughts and not thinking from thinking more pessimistically about something. And so the moment I shifted my perspective and my perception and tried to see the situation from a higher perspective, it allowed me to shift from a pessimistic to a more optimistic point of view, and then ask myself, instead of being frustrated, ask myself, okay, so what is this trying to teach me? What is this situation trying to teach me about myself? I just realized oftentimes it's never about something external or the thing or the person. It's about you. It's about you. It's something internal. It's something that life is trying to help you see. It's something life is trying to help you perceive differently. So then that way you can grow, evolve in your thinking, evolve and have a higher perspective or perception, and then move forward, and then gain something from it, and then move forward. Also, what's been helpful for me in terms of discouragement and transferring that to becoming encouraged is just as I've been on my healing journey and just seeking higher truth. Like I've learned and realized that, okay, so first of all, life, I'm not just here to just be here, hanging out and just blasing around. Like, no, actually, I'm here for a purpose. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and that everything that I'm going through on my life journey, on Earth School, everything that I'm going through is trying to teach me something, and it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. It's a roadblock, or it's some turbulence that I'm running up against because it's trying to shift my perspective or my perception about myself or my worldview in some way. And that if I could at least be open and willing to see it from that perspective, from a higher perspective, and not start thinking super negative about the situation or the experience, which in turn leads to the negative thinking, leads to feeling negative in my body and shutting down. If I could shift my perspective, I can figure out, okay, what is this experience here trying to teach me personally? What is the lesson in it for me? And then once I grasp that lesson, I can release the negative thoughts and ideas I had behind it, and then look at it from a perspective of, wow, I feel more encouraged, I feel more positive, I feel more grateful for the experience, although at the time I might have felt frustrated or discouraged or irritated. No, now I see it. It was the bigger picture. The bigger picture was that circumstance was trying to teach me to be more balanced, or to be more structured, or to be more compassionate with myself, and possibly realize that, okay, yeah, have more compassion for myself, because where that thought, belief, idea, or desire originated from wasn't even from me. At my core, it was something that I learned over time. It was a perception or perspective that I might have picked up along the way from my environment, from my peers or family, or things that I've been watching, which developed an idea in me that I was living by, that I thought was my personal truth, when at my core essence it wasn't. But I had to be patient and compassionate with myself to try to peel back that layer, those layers of those mindsets, and realize the truth about where it originated from, and that it wasn't even what I was chasing wasn't even my truth anyway. So all the negative thinking behind it, and the emotions, feelings that was possibly negative behind it, well, it wasn't even my core truth to begin with. So I was able to release it, and then get back aligned, get it realigned with what my core essence is, and who I truly am, and what makes me really happy. Like what's the truth, what's the truth? What's my true core intentions about what I want to create, or how I really think about something. And so that's just been super helpful for me as I've been on my healing journey. And it's really helped me shift from being discouraged in some instances to feeling more encouraged, because once I realized, okay, I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and things are not happening to me, they're happening for me, for my growth and my evolution in the way I think and perceive things. Then that just opened up a whole new a whole new world where I don't take things so personally. Sometimes I welcome the challenges or the frustrations or the temporary thought or feelings of being discouraged, because I know that's not the truth. That's something that I need to dive deeper in and uncover what's the core underlying reason behind why I feel that way. And I discovered a lot from that. So I just wanted to share that in case that'll help someone else. Just remember, you are a spiritual being having a human experience, and we're all on Earth School. We're not here just to blase around and goof off. We're here to enjoy life, but also to evolve as a soul, evolve as a person in the way we think and perceive things, and heal. Personally, for me, healing my mind, it keeps going back to healing my mind, and then going from discouragement to encouragement, and ultimately feeling just overall more peaceful, happier, have more just self-love, and just joy and fulfillment with life. I'm realizing it's coming from being mindful of how I'm thinking, and not always believing the thoughts that come in my mind. Stop believing thoughts that come in. Maybe, reflect on the thoughts, but don't ruminate on them so heavily to where eventually it turns into negative feelings in my body, and it makes me feel stuck and irritated, and like I don't want to get out of the bed in the morning or whatever it might be. I'm just realizing that just encouragement and just feeling happier and just content with life as I'm going through my journey here is boiling down to questioning my thoughts, and examining whether they are thoughts and beliefs and perceptions and perspectives that are aligned with my true core identity, who I am on a core soul level, like the purity of who I was, like back when I was a child, like how we used to, before you become influenced by your environment and your friends, your family, your schooling and TV. Question my thoughts and see if the reason I might have a certain thought or an idea is because of an external influence that's happened and been programmed into my subconscious that made me maybe believe that actually it's my thought, but it's not. So as I've been questioning my thoughts, especially the ones that are a little more toxic, I can trace them back sometimes, and just make a decision, choose to have a new thought, release it and have a new thought, and then just move forward day by day and be grateful and know that, I'm not alone. That although I'm a person here on earth, there's a God that knew me before I knew myself, before my parents knew me, and try to align my thoughts and my beliefs and my perspectives and perceptions, align them more with the truth of what God talks about, what I mean to God, how He sees me, the purpose He has on my life and my reason for being here. Align my thoughts with that positive idea, and that's just been helpful. So I'm a little tired, but I just wanted to make this video in case it can help one person. So whoever you are, whoever may see this, hopefully it helps, even if it's just one person. I just wanted to share my thoughts before I go to bed. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. And also I want to show you this neat journal that I bought that speak a lot of truth. It's so cute. I bought it from Target the other day, but the message on it might resonate, so I just wanted to share it. It's from Target. M and Friends is the person who make them at Target, but it's cool. So just check this out. If you gotta pause it so you can read it, that's cool too, but I want to put it up here. Okay. Well, there you go. Hopefully this quote on this journal was even helpful. It was so helpful for me. I had it for a month or so, and I only wrote in one page because honestly, I bought it for the quote on the front because it hit home. It resonated so heavily, especially as I've been healing and unlearning some mindsets, unlearning some things that I thought were the truth in terms of the way I've been thinking, my perception, my perspective. This is right on point. So just remember, you're enough, you're loved, you're worthy, you matter, and just be patient and compassionate with yourself, no matter what you're going through. And don't base your value solely on the external reflection of your reality, because that's not your worth. You're worth all the things. You're enough. So, okay. Good night. Bye.